Hello ladies and gents, I'm the Beanie101 and I'm here with another Mass Effect Andromeda Multiplayer video. Today we're going to be talking about one of the main changes that we saw in the most recent patch, which was 1.08, and it's a change that I think is certainly for the better, and so we're going to talk about the Krogans in the multiplayer section of the game, and specifically the Rage ability. This was an ability prior to 1.08 that was only ever really built in one specific way, mainly to trigger health regeneration, which is something those of you who know the Mass Effect universe understand as a main characteristic of the Krogan, but in the latest patch they have mixed things up quite a bit and have changed Rage for the better, so we're going to talk through some of the main changes. Now, looking at rank 1 of Rage, where this is mainly changed is that previously you had to get melee kills, 3 melee kills to be exact, to trigger this Rage state, which gave you some damage resistance, it gave you a melee bonus, and that was about it. Now you have a radius of 10 meters, and any kills that you make within a 10-meter radius, so close proximity kills, they're going to count towards Rage. So it's not just melee. If you're wielding a shotgun or any other weapon that means that you're getting some close-ish range kills, 3 kills is all you need and you're going to be able to trigger Rage. What does that mean? It means that you're going to get your damage resistance. The Rage duration has been knocked back from 30 seconds to just 15 seconds. But you know, you can make up for that by the fact that you don't have to get really up close and personal. You can melee, or you can shoot somebody or kill them with powers. The biggest change, however, is the health regeneration bonus that you used to get at rank 5 of Rage is now given with rank 1 of the ability. They've also increased the amounts of health regeneration that you can get, so you can regenerate your health up to 200%, so you can regenerate double health. And you're also going to get a regeneration delay whilst you're going to get a reduction of your regeneration delay whilst you're in range of 30% as well. That is a very big fundamental change to Rage. The health regeneration especially means that anyone investing in this, you're going to get that specific Krogan ability that everybody has craved, and you had to really scope through all the way to rank 5 to get it, and previously Rage was not a great skill, so you felt like you were investing points that weren't actually doing a tremendous amount just to get to rank 5 to give you that health regen. If you just want to invest 1 point in it, you're going to get that regen, and any kill counts, which is great. Rank 2, the melee bonus has been decreased from 20% to just 15%. However, the Krogan melee skill in itself, the headbutt, has generally speaking had a buff, pretty much a double buff. So the headbutt damage has gone, I think, from 330 all the way up to 740. So one headbutt is going to do a lot of damage, which is great because the headbutt, the Krogan melee, was seen as one of the stronger abilities in the Mass Effect universe, certainly stronger than a human punch, so they've really upped that damage. So although you're only getting 15% boost here, you've got a much higher baseline but from which you're increasing it, so you're still getting a massive boost to your melee. At rank 3, you're getting increased health and shields. Those bonuses have gone from 15% to 20%, so again, just making you a little more tanky. Not a huge change to rank 3. Rank 4, resilience has gone up. You're again increasing from 15 to 20% your shields, so you're getting an extra 10% shields through rank 3 and rank 4, and your damage resistance has gone up from +5 to +15 whilst you're enraged. So if you're enraged and you take resilience, you're going to get 30 total damage resistance. For those of you that don't know how damage resistance works, think of it as every point of damage resistance gives you an extra 1% of shields and health. So 30 damage resistance is going to give you an extra 30% health and 30% shields. The melee bonus at rank 4 is unchanged, 25% melee and a 25% melee bonus when enraged, so you can punch a little or headbutt a little harder, but I tend to prefer maybe the resilience side of things, give me some damage resistance. At rank 5 you have the regeneration perk that is now granted at rank 1, replaced with this unstoppable perk, and this means that you get an increased damage resistance of 50, so that is 50% more shields and health just for 2 seconds whenever you perform a kill that would trigger or refresh your rage. So if you've got rage up, and I think that's every 3 kills, you are going to be getting an extra 50 damage resistance. This works very similarly to the Bastion ability for a Vanguard, where when you charge, you recharge all of your shields, but you also get 50 damage resistance for 2 or 3 seconds after you've charged, which is very, very handy indeed. You can see how this rage tree already is going to give you a huge amount more survivability than it once did. Kills count from no matter what the source. As long as you're making the kills, you're going to be getting that health regeneration, which is great. You're going to be getting slightly more damage resistance, slightly more shields and health all the way throughout, so you can really pack your shields. And at rank 6, the Berserker skill is very much the same. You trigger rage automatically when your health drops below 33%, so it's a pretty good ability if you are caught in a sticky situation. You're going to get further 20% melee damage boost and plus 50% rage duration, so that 15 seconds becomes considerably more, which is pretty good. And you've got the inspirational perk that has also been boosted and changed up quite significantly. So now you are going to get an increase to the radius by which kills count towards your rage of 50%, so that 10 meters now becomes any kills that you make within 15 meters, which means that it's probably no longer a short range skill, but it's more of a medium range skill. So all of you Krogans that like the flamethrower or incinerate, you're going to be able to have more of those sort of skills triggering rage for you and getting all the perks that come with that. Inspirational also gives everybody within 15 meters, all of your allies, an extra damage resistance of 30, and in addition to that, you're going to get max health and shields of plus 20%, which is the same as plus 20 damage resistance. So you can see, like, if we stack this up, if we change the shields to, say, damage resistance, and we tot up all the numbers, we've got 15 for rage, we've got an extra 20, so that's 35. Up here we've got another 20, so that's 55 plus another 50, plus another 15, so that's what, 60, 70. Unstoppable gives you another 50, so you're already up at 120 damage resistance, and here you're going to get another 20% shields, so huge amounts of damage resistance there. You're going to be basically having double health, double shields most of the time, plus you're going to be able to regenerate up to double your health as well, so your health pool is going to be absolutely massive. Now, what do people think about the changes to the rage tree? I, for one, think that this makes the Krogan Vanguard very, very powerful. Previously, I wouldn't necessarily invest a huge amount in rage, but perhaps it means that I can drop something like Fortify, because I might not necessarily want to stack damage resistance even further. Maybe I do want to tank some more and really ramp up the damage resistance. Charge also gives me, with Bastion, an extra 75 damage resistance right there, so if I'm charging and using that to trigger skills, then that's going to be absolutely huge. Likewise, you've got some other Krogans. Let's take a look here. You've got the Krogan Engineer, who can also benefit, maybe a little squishier, well, certainly a little squishier than the Vanguard. And then you have your good old Krogan Merc, who has munitions training, also has Fortify and Rage, so the Mercenary is going to be very, very tough to kill. And last but by no means least, you have your Krogan Gladiator, that also has Rage, Offensive Biotics, and it has Annihilation, where it's got some slightly more crowd control abilities as well. I think that Rage is definitely a change for the better. It brings out the natural skills of the Krogan, especially the health regen, which I like a lot. But let me know in the comments below what you think about the changes to Rage. If you think that there should be some other tweaks or changes, then let me know. But if you found this video useful, don't forget to hit that like button or consider subscribing for some more Mass Effect Andromeda content. But I thank you ever so much for your time, and I'll catch you again in the next video.